Hello, my name's Andy and I'm a compulsive gambler. Last bet, 14th of April 2007. Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Thanks for probably tuning in to this midweek version of my vlog. Fancy doing one today, so hope everyone's well and doing okay. If you had a slip or you think you're struggling, just keep taking it one day at a time. Work's quieting down the last couple of days for me. Got sent home early on a Monday night shift and stuff. Hi Dan, hope you're doing well, mate. Nice to see you again. Um, just a bit of a, like I say, starting to quieten down, and it is what it is. Hi Michael, okay? Yeah, all good, thanks. With me working in the gambling, well, not gambling, sorry, the alcohol industry distribution, it has quietened down a bit, and it's going to get ready for Christmas, so all good. Hi, Donkey Saw. I'm fine, thank you, mate. Hey, Carl. Hope you're doing okay, mate. I'm not that exactly tall. I'm kind of guessing where that's coming from, to be fair, so I'll make no assumptions. But yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm really good. Thanks, guys, for asking how I'm doing and stuff and all that lot. I'm been to the gym a couple of times this week, keeping fit. Did a bit of lifting and stuff on Monday, which is not really me. I'm weak as piss up top, but I can run all day. I can run you all into the ground. Being cocky here, obviously. But yeah, keeping me busy. It's really good. Kids are about ready to go back to school. My wife's a teaching assistant. She's got the go back tomorrow and Friday because it's teachers training days. Then they're all back in on Monday and Tuesday. Uh, have I ever struggled with any other addictions? No, nothing really. Like I say, I work in the alcohol industry, and well, I work in distribution side of it. I work for a third party logistic company. No, I've never had a problem. I know my limits basically with alcohol. It was just gambling. Don't get me wrong, I got off my face plenty of times when I was younger, haven't we all? But I never really tend to drink during the week. Uh, More of a social drinker. I like drinking while I'm out more than anything. Don't get me wrong, I've had the odd cans here at home and beer and stuff and all like that. But I don't like getting drunk. I don't like the days after, so to speak, if you know what I mean. It just wipes me out for the whole day after. So I know my limit when I'm having a good night out and stuff. I tend to slow down and go again if I want to have another drink. But no, I've never really had a problem with that. I say if I had an addiction, it's probably like trying to keep fit and trying to keep the weight off. I did lose far too much weight a few years ago, and it got better with me and stuff and all that, like when I lost my job at Toyota and things like that. And that was a way I struggled with, like I say, with thinking, do I look alright and stuff, and that's how I was, and that's how I struggled really. I mean, I was down to 10.5 stone at one stage, which is far too thin for a guy like me. I'm knocking around about 12.5 now. I'd like to be around about 12 stone, and that would set me right really. But I think if I've got any other addiction, I don't try and target anything, if you know what I mean. Obviously, I've seen people who struggle with drink and things like that, and go and get help and things like that and stuff. You can see the more physical aspects of it. Like I say, I don't. There is support groups out there for drink and drugs. I know people who have been addicted to drugs, addicted to heroin and other substances and stuff like that. End of the day, you're not going to stop it all. Like I say, lots of people drink to have fun and are responsible with it. That's why I monitor it closely with gambling as well. I can imagine like people who are struggling with gambling, if they mix the alcohol with it together, that can be a very, very potent and dangerous thing, really. I know people who've probably had like 2 or 3 addictions all at once, and then tried to stop them all at once, and it's a massive pressure and it's a massive amount of effort to try and stop everything all at once. A lot of people I know who smokes and who are gambling addicts, they try and give up the same things at the same time. Sometimes it's just try to best to probably wean yourself off the cigarettes. Obviously, people vape and things now, so that's quite a different kind of thing and way it is, so to speak. As I say, I'm on nights this week, but I've finally decided to take the hit and this is going to be my final week ever of night shifts where I'm currently working. Ever since I got back, they've killed me really, and I've got to listen to my body and listen to my mind and make myself feel right and do what's right for me, so to speak. I have to like make sure you look after myself, and that's one of the main reasons I'm coming off nights. Yeah, as you say, Dan, trying to stop everything all at once is a very, very hard thing. Very hard thing to do. As you say, you probably put yourself so much pressure in doing too much, and one thing might pressure you, you try and wean yourself off, then it goes on to the next thing, then the next thing, and the next thing, as you say. But like I say, with my night shifts, I've decided to listen to my body, so I'm just going to be doing days and afternoons now. I am doing some like gambling education work on the odd days and stuff and all that. Like, I'll be going to a college next Thursday to do some bits with Epic, who are gambling harm minimisation, do education and things like that, and deliver some great stuff. So I'm very much looking forward to that, work and doing a day's help with that, if you know what I mean. So really, really positive that is for me. And it's something I'm quite keen to do as well, because I'm very passionate about education, very passionate about recovering out loud, very passionate just like showing the dangers of problem gambling and what what triggers it and what you think and what I would like to like get questions off loads of people, like people who don't understand it and stuff and all that. Like, I know I get a few people who do message me and they're in a fits of despair because they want to help somebody who is a problem gambler, but it's hard for them to do so because don't have the problem, even though they have to live with it. And I try and give as best insight as I can to people, but the best people who are problem gamblers and who want help are the people to talk to other problem gamblers, really, because that's what you need to do. You need to like try and get yourself a bit of a base, talk to a few people. As I say, I push people to GA a lot. There's also GamCare and various other counselling places you can go as well if you don't feel up to that kind of work thing and all that lot. Or the one thing I have to say is, I mean, you have to want it. You have to go and grab that help. It's 100% down to you to stop. No one's forcing us to gamble, but no one's forcing you. But no one's stopping you to try and stop. It is 100% down to your focus, attitude, and wanting it, so to speak. Well, that's a good question, Donkey Stardo. Do you think if you lived through where you were 12 years ago with your addiction now, how easy it is to gamble? Like I say, it's a lot easier to gamble now. I still think, end of the day, the same principles count, where you've got to try and want the help, try and get the help, if you know what I mean. It's hard to probably compare the two eras, so to speak, because there's always been people who've got problem gambling ever since time. I mean, you can go back through the record books and like old stories and people who are struggling with gambling and stuff and all that lot. Obviously, prevalence is there now. It's very much 24/7 and in your face now. What's probably not grown is the amount of help and more treatment that could be done, and the more research and things like that. That's where it's probably lacking more nowadays than it was back in. It's probably stuck in a bit of a time warp, really. But it is what it is. Like I say, I still have to do the same kind of battles day at a time, one day at a time, each time, and that's quite difficult. If anyone's got any more questions, feel free to fire away at me. I am fair game for what I think and what I believe, and hopefully people can interact with each other on here as well, and that's going to be great as well. And hopefully people can give each other pats on the back for how long you've done off, or bit of advice, or what they share if you have a slip and things like that. This is how I set the vlogs up for, really, and I really enjoy doing them. I do them because they help me as well. I have to be selfish in my own recovery and look after me first before everybody else. But I'm always open. I'm always here, if you know what I mean. My ears are always open to everybody else. I can't go chasing people. I really can't. It's difficult for me to do. I've got a family at the end of the day, and I'm working around my job as well, doing this around my job. But I enjoy doing it, and I'll never stop. I'll never give up on absolutely anybody. If anybody wants to, feel free to message me privately and not on here, they can do. Where I'm going to pick up messages is on Twitter at BaronMad79. I'm not going to probably pick them up as much anywhere else. Yes, I have got Facebook Messenger, but I'm trying to keep my Facebook more family and friends, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So maybe one day I'll probably set up a bit of a Facebook page, and hopefully we can go from there, if you know what I mean. I have to say, first time to GA where I lasted more time, it's a big difference going once to go for yourself and thinking you have to. Massive difference. Exactly, Carl. Like I say, I know people who walked out within minutes a lot, and it is difficult. And like I say, the hardest meeting to go back is not the first meeting that you go to, it's going back and going and do that second meeting. I know people who go to the first meeting and probably park up, not go to the next meeting, or the next meeting after that, then come back again and have a meeting off and stuff. But people realise it. It took me a good 3 months to realise that this is the place for me, GA. I was kicking and screaming at the end of the day. Hi Barry, hope you're well. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well, mate. Yeah, afternoon, bit of evening as well there, Barry. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I mean, it takes time. Everyone says GA, give GA 90 days. That's about 12 meetings. And Don Costado, don't worry about it. It's anonymous, and no one will actually say where you are and who we are and stuff and all like that. Hi Adam, how you doing? Well, mate. Brilliant, Dan. Oh, that's fantastic. To me, that was 226 days gambling free. Absolutely amazing. Look, and you go to Disney next week as well, debt free and everything, and you got yourself a sponsoring on Step 7. As you say, I mean, I'm not really a step person, but I know people who love doing the steps, and you got yourself a sponsor, Dan. That is fantastic, mate. Fantastic, and I hope it's really helping you a lot. I really hope it. I know it's helping you a lot. I know it is, and because you're still here, you're 226 days gamble free. That is amazing, mate. Would you ever thought that when you first contacted here or tried to go to GA, if you know what I mean? Yeah, the God bit. As you say, it's not a religious. It's not allied to any religion or anything at all. The God bit. Yeah, the way GA was first come along, it was in his 50s, and it was two guys who were Christians. So there is a lot of that kind of reference in it and stuff and all that. I mean, I'm not a firm believer in anything like that at all. So, but I just take as much of it out as I will, if you know what I mean. I just like being around people who are compulsive gamblers because I know they help me. Hi Adam. No, not necessarily. I mean, it depends what meeting you go to. With regards to GA, you do your first time, you talk your first time. You don't have to talk at all. You can just listen. People, most of the time, I mean, on the Monday meeting in Derby, you ask how your week's been and stuff and all that lot. And you got any burning questions, anything to get off your chest? It's absolutely anything you want to say and how you're feeling, basically, Adam. No, you don't tend to repeat the same stuff. Obviously, you have step meetings and things and all that lot, and we have questions and stuff and all that lot. Amazing, Dan, mate. Amazing, Dan. Amazing. Signed up to Gatman. Well done, Barry. Yeah, Gamban's brilliant, mate. Well done. Fantastic. Like you say, if you think you're ready to stop, you stop, mate. You stop. And things tend to come to you unprepared, but there's more than 10 minutes to talk in you that you tend to want to unload. Yeah, as you say, Adam, it's a great place. I mean, how I share, if I chair a meeting, if there's anything to get off your chest straight away, go for it. And stuff like that. And the discussions don't go silent or anything at all. It's fantastic, honestly. Everyone, you got to realise, Adam, everyone's there for that same reason, a desire to stop gambling and trying to help others do the same. And everyone's in there, if you know what I mean. Who needs to hear what you have to say? As exactly, Dan. I mean, I'd get as much off somebody who's gone for the first time or second time and as much as somebody else who's probably been off 10, 15, 20 years. So everyone tries to help each other, and it is a fantastic kind of it's an amazing platform, so to speak, and it's really good. I would encourage you, Adam, if just go on your go on the Gambling Anonymous website and type in your postcode, and it'll give you meetings near you and stuff and all that. Don't worry if there's people you might know in there or anything like that. It will stay anonymous. No one's going to share that you've been there or anything like that. It is a fantastic tool to get yourself help. Obviously, there is GamCare as well, where they do the one-to-one sessions with you and stuff and all that. I know a lot of people have gone through there and have enjoyed doing that as well. Also, there is Gordon Moody, but that's quite hard to get into. It's a bit more like a detox, well, not detox, but like a clinic, and it's quite hard to get in. But there's various other like counselling sessions you could have. All I'm saying, through experience, GA, better to be around people who are in exactly the same position as you, or who have been in that same position as you as well, compulsive gamblers, because they'll know how you're actually feeling and what you're actually doing as well, and they will give you, you'll hear some amazing advice, hear some great slogans. I mean, I've plagiarised a hell of a lot of them through GA and stuff and all like that, and I am terrible for stuff like that, really. But there we go. I'm just going to talk about a bit later on to the week. I haven't got a lot on really. My boys play football on Sunday. It's their first games of the season on Sunday, so I've got to try and be in two places at once, which is quite challenging really, so to speak. But yeah, I haven't got a lot planned on. I'm out on Saturday night, so I'll be skinnies and blazed up. So I'm out for a birthday. That'll be good. Monday we get to go back to school, my younger two, but it's my eldest first day at senior school on Tuesday. We've had a couple of trips on the bus just to know where he is and stuff and all that lot, so that's good. It seems like a tiny trip to go back having not bet with another bunch who haven't bet. Positives and negatives. Like I say, read what Cole says there, Adam. Do you get to a point in gambling where you couldn't bear anyone else winning when you've lost even friends? No, I mean, that doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm not sure if probably talking jealousy or, oh my God, they're winning again. I'm happy for people if they're winning and stuff and all that. At the start, yeah, it was hard to probably be around a bit more, but I'm very much more comfortable nowadays. But I don't begrudge people winning at all. Don't begrudge people winning at all. At the end of the day, it's me who had a problem with gambling, not them, so to speak, if you know what I mean. I was worried about signing up Barry. I didn't want to. Not necessarily Barry, but if you think about it, if you do blow a load and smash a load of gambling and you probably loan to get the money and stuff or whatever, would it be better to take that hit now than a hit where it could last you 5-6 years, so to speak? It's up to you. I mean, end of the day, there's loads of different possibilities and outcomes, isn't there? Keep saying the slogans, it keeps them alive. If someone didn't tell me to keep coming back, I might not have done. Yeah, meetings make it, Dan. That's the biggest, one of the main slogans I get from GA. The meetings make it, and listen to learn to listen. They're the two main ones I really hear a hell of a lot through my local meets and stuff and like that. So, unfortunately, I can't get there tomorrow again, which kills me really, but I should be able to get to some sort of meeting next week at some point, so that would be good. Definitely next Thursday. It's like I say, GA, it works for so many people. It really does, and you really can get there. I'm going to talk a bit on topic now. Noticed Premier League are in the news today regarding gambling firms who don't contribute to like problem gambling, like kind of a leave it to gamble away or anything like that. There's 8, I think there was 8 online firms or something like that, and trying to get the Premier League to get their act together and stuff. So hopefully it'll be a bit more about that. And like I say, there is a hell of a lot of advertising in football, gambling advertisements in football and stuff and all that. And I think it really is pretty much at its peak now. I do think it'll probably fall away over time. Like I say, I'm not anti-gambling or anti-advertising as much. I just think in the right places at the right time, so to speak, for me personally. But like I say, people know I've had discussions with Derby County regarding them being sponsored by 32 Red, and it's been very positive. It's been very good, and I'm planning to meet up again with them in the next couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, hopefully. So that'll be fantastic to do. So yeah, really good. All right, I am gonna clear off in a minute, so I'm gonna say, let me just read this one. When I watched your first video, you talked about enjoying playing. Did you get as out of hand as? Hang on, sorry about that. Hang on a sec. I've just lost your message. As get out of hand as a government, or did you keep that more in check? No, the poker did for me big time. Poker absolutely battered me to high heaven, and that's where everything else went out of control. Really, it was the horses that I really had a lot of control over, but once I started gambling online, I just started doing everything, and then that's kind of like the sea change for me, getting online. But end of the day, it was my own actions, it's my responsibility, and that's what I did. I am going to get off now because I've got to prepare to get on tonight shifts and stuff. So I'm going to have a bit of a soak in a bath and maybe have a bit of a doze if I've got a bit of time. So thanks for tuning in on this midweek session. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back as normal on Sunday at 8 p.m. sharp. Sorry about the last couple of weeks why I've been a bit either late or a bit too early. So thanks, Adam. See you soon, mate, and feel free to contact me anytime. Cheers, Barry. Take care. My name's Andy and I'm a compulsive gambler. Last bet, 14th of April 2007.